In the last episode, we have talked about, did you ever thought how much Hollywood makes movie in 2023? Only 88 movie overall they made and gross over billion of dollar just a year. Do you know why? Is it all because of them the part of, or... And in this video, you will not believe the horrible stuff going on behind the scenes in Hollywood that might make you think twice about wanting to be a part of them. These are 10 horrible dark sides of Hollywood that you never knew about. Before that, welcome to the Mozast Talk Show. In 2019, the Federal Trade Commission busted a company for shady ads selling diet pills endorsed by celebrity like Kelly Clarkson. The company lied about the pills magically making you shed pounds without having to diet or exercise, which was totally fake. The government stepped in to make sure celebs have to tell us when they're getting paid to promote something. In the film and TV industry, a lot of crew work really long hours, get paid like not they should get, and sometimes work in unsafe conditions. People like production assistants and lighting techs often work super long shifts, sometimes 12 to 16 hours or more, and don't get paid much for how hard they work, especially in expensive cities like LA and New York City. Some of them even work for free or next to nothing, just hoping to climb the ladder in their careers. In 2014, a crew member named Sarah Jones tragically died on the set of Midnight Rider because they weren't following safety rules. Similarly, in 2017, a stunt performer, Joyce J. Harris, died while filming Deadpool 2 because she wasn't given enough time to prepare for a risky stunt. In 2020, the organization that runs the Golden Globes, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, faced serious accusations. They were accused of being corrupt, which means they were doing things that weren't fair or honest. People said they were accepting expensive gifts and special treatment from movie studios and talent agencies. This made people wonder if the awards were really given based on merit, or if they were influenced by who gave the best gifts. The Los Angeles Times did an investigation and found that out of the 87 members of HFEA at the time, none of them were black. This lack of diversity raised a lot of concerns. It seemed like HFEA was only letting in certain people, which isn't fair. In the end, HFEA had to close down to earn back people's trust and make sure the awards were fair for everyone. Contractual deception occurs when talent agents, managers, and lawyers take advantage of their clients by using tricky contracts, charging hidden fees, and engaging in unethical behavior. In 2012, Chris Pine had a disagreement with his former talent agency, STB Partners, over money. He stopped working with them after 9 years, and the agency sued him, saying they helped Chris Pine get big roles like Captain Kirk in Star Trek, but he stopped paying them their share of the money. The lawsuit also revealed how much Pine was supposed to earn for future movies: $1.5 million for a second Star Trek movie and $3 million for a third one. They said they were owed money for 25 projects they helped him with, totaling millions of dollars. Ponzi schemes and investment frauds in Hollywood happen when people trick investors into putting money into movie projects that either never happen or fail. They promise big returns on the investment, but they don't plan to make the movie or know it's likely to fail. Sometimes they misuse the investors' money for personal expenses or other projects. In 2022, Zachary Horwitz got sentenced to 20 years in prison for running a $690 million Ponzi scheme. He raised money from investors for fake film deals with Netflix and HBO. The scheme started in 2014 with investors giving money to acquire rights to specific films, but those deals didn't exist. False representation in Hollywood happens when people lie about their skills or achievements to get better opportunities. They might exaggerate their experience or talents, like saying they worked on big projects or won awards when they didn't. Some may even make up fake credentials, like saying they went to a famous film school or worked with famous directors. In 2023, Sydney Agudong faced backlash for being cast as Nani Pelikai in the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake. People thought she was light-skinned with native Hawaiian ancestry, but it turned out she wasn't native Hawaiian at all. Many accused her of misrepresenting herself, but Disney didn't recast the role, and Sydney hasn't commented on the issue. When someone takes ideas or scripts from others and pretends they came up with them, it's like copying someone's work and saying it's yours. In 2015, a court said Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams' song Blurred Lines copied parts of Marvin Gaye's song Got to Give It Up, even though Thicke and Williams said they were inspired by Gaye's music. They didn't ask for permission or give credit. They had to pay millions for copyright infringement. Nowadays, we can look too many fake auditions that make a false promises for acting roles that don't actually exist and never happen. Even big stars like Tom Holland had tough times. He auditioned for more than 10 roles and got rejected every time. He even auditioned multiple times for a role in Star Wars, but didn't get it. Too many casting directors and producer dishonest with their job, making of false promises roles for actors. Creative accounting is when movie studios use tricky methods to make it seem like their films didn't make much money. They do this to avoid paying bonuses and royalties to the people who worked on the movies. One way they do this is by inflating the costs of making a movie. They add extra expenses like marketing and distribution fees to the production budget. This makes it seem like the movie made less profit than it actually did. In May 25, 1995, Paramount says Forrest Gump isn't making as much money as you might think. Actually, Forrest Gump made a lot of money after subtracting all the costs, but it's actually showing a loss of over $60 million. So, even though the movie was successful, the people who worked on it might not have made as much money as they should have. In Hollywood, powerful people like directors or producers sometimes ask aspiring actors to do inappropriate things, like sexual favors, to get a role in a movie or TV show. In 2017, there was a big scandal involving Harvey Weinstein, a famous movie producer. Many women, including well-known actresses like Ashley Judd, Pasta La Huerta, Asia Argento, and many more of victims. Weinstein pressured them into doing things they didn't want to do in exchange for career opportunities. Before we ended today's episode, did you ever thought there is a football league outside from Europe is almost to catch them? Or you just didn't notice they're actually just behind top 5 football league in the world? The Mozast Talk Show will revealing it on the next episode, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more secret reveal.